and now we're going to Mirage, and it's probably going to be more of the same thing, but it depends, right? Because Renegades, they've played already today. They should be feeling fresh on this map. I know it wasn't really one of their best maps in Nuke, but at least, for this situation, I can't help but feel like FURIA are at an advantage in a crazy way.
Well, we delve back into it. The odds are in. Well, let's see if the odds are going to be stacked against FURIA to open this one up, because it will be the A play. The double smoke there for Gratisfaction and Azza. They've also got the flashbangs, the rest of them rocking the armor. JKS and the P250 armor as well, so he's got a little bit more bang for his buck going into the round. Ooh, Jacob will kick it off, trading back for his teammate. Kesarato with a snipe down USP from quite a distance will knock the block off of JKS. Vinny removes Jacob from the equation, and at this point, they're outnumbered, and he's already in the backline. You can never explain what this man is. He does his best simple impression, and he makes it work, Ben. The 2K for Art. Oh no,
and the body hurt.
Oh no!
He can get an AWP. Will he do it? Will he do it? He's got 4850. He's got head armor as well. There's no reason. Thought you were going to see the all-out AWP head armor already, and he just jumps into underpass, lose it. They lose the round, and it all goes wrong.
We lost the whole LAN.
I mean, that's one way to start it. I always felt, I felt like FURIA have got an advantage so far in this map, just going into it. That's one way to start it, and from a momentum side of things, a knife kill and a one-tap like that, Art's going to be feeling it once more.
Instantly back from the deep end into an Eba deep end. I don't know. Finally goes down. Yeah. Gets put down and underpassed. The prophecy has been fulfilled. Abel J being quite eccentric there, already pushing out towards ramp, has literally got into their spawn, basically. So the first two picks we've seen have already been gifted to the side of Renegades from FURIA with quite aggressive plays.
It might be again in Palace. Yuri's past him. No, he's seen him. JK saw him.
Oh, not another knife.
Not another knife.
Not another one.
Sure.
Oh! JKS, no!
The two-man advantage is gone.
Look what happens when you try and knife people, Ben.
He just had it in the back of his mind, just thinking, I could get $1,500.
Oh no.
And it'd be a 2v5.
And we've lost the whole LAN.
Oh no.
Oh,
They've recovered the M4 too. Vinny's got it. There's going to be two players with this A site.
Okay, here we go, Ben. This is where things get real. They're going to be bombarding their way straight up through the ramp. Yuri's waiting. The M4 slam down's already coming into full effect. They're going to be running into the MP9. The spam's ripped its way through them. Azza's left in such a horrible spot now. It's a 1 versus 2.
That was straight through smoke.
And he walks straight out. The bullet comes railing through the smoke. Vinny connects, and Vinny takes him down. Oh, the FURIA tackle coming back through. They wanted to make that round a little bit sketch, but it's recovered.
3v5, behind a player, stare at him for about 8 seconds. Yeah. Think about knifing him. Get slowly closer, but keep crosshair on head.
Oh, that was mental.
He turns, you miss. He kills you, you lose the round. That's a horrible timeline.
How could this happen to me?
Thing is, if somebody in your team, you're thankful at that point that nobody in your team was dead yet.
Yeah.
Because that means none of them could have seen it, but they might have seen it on radar.
Oh. What happened? Nothing. Nothing. He's killed me.
He's one-tapped me.
He's in-turret me. He's in-turret me.
Oh, that's so awkward, though. JKS, the confidence... It's not even confidence in the same way that confidence gets normally applied. It's just like, that's just annoyed you so much.
You start giving yourself a Chinese burn under the table for that one, normally. Well, going to finish off Azza as the 3 rounds foreboded have all been claimed by FURIA off the back of their start on their CT side here of Mirage. Already looking good, carrying on from their initial map pickup over on Nuke. Whereas for Renegades, now comes the reinvestment and their first chance to really try and make some kind of an impact on the server, as they do have their rifles to play with.
It reminds me, like, we saw a thing happen at Pro League with somebody going for a knife kill and they got turned the other way. And Henry mentioned it on the broadcast. Do you remember Shocks when he was on Epsilon with FXio?
Yeah.
On Cobble against NIP, I think it was. And FXio came down the old ladder and stabbed somebody in the back and then killed them.
Yeah.
But Shocks was livid at him, started screaming at him after the game, saying that was stupid, you shouldn't do that. All this stuff, but everybody was still defending it. That's kind of one of those instances, isn't it?
Where
really?
It's just like...
Why would you do it? Why didn't you just get the kill?
Yeah.
Like in that situation especially.
That's why the game of knives, yeah, it's a rough one. If someone stabs you, you want to stab them back. It gets rough. Instead, though, Art's just going to try and backstab. Only gets 1, though. couldn't actually extend any further and really give them a lavish lead at this point. Where's that nade going to go? A little bit too far
6
over.
damage.
Yeah, I thought that was going to do way more. It doesn't actually come through. Vinny with a spam, nearly getting the connection across on towards Art. Oh, he's trying.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, he's got the molly. That'll do.
Wait, the molly stairs. Oh, okay.
He doesn't know where the second player is.
No, he needs to go for the bomb cross as well. I mean, the angle's currently not being covered right now if he wants to go right now.
He's got across, but he needs to get back across again. This is a really awkward situation. JKS kind of just stood there, wondering if there's a player behind. And after all that, he does get around to the bomb plant.
He's been able to plant it. Oh, the spam coming through, a little bit of a tag. Azza brought down to 62. It must have been, actually.
32 damage. Quite a lot through a box.
JKS, bit of an adjustment there. Brushes his crosshair across, gets the kill. K-Serato with one, somehow gets the second as well. JKS exposes his head. More body hurt. More body hurt.
Oh, 2 body hurt.
My goodness.
Wait, is that all 5 T bodies in the same line?
Oh yeah, look at that.
He could find 5 body hurt right here.
No, there really is.
That's crazy.
Wow, they've all died in the line.
Huh.
It's like Art.
Yeah, Art came out powerless.
Yeah, ooh, ooh.
Wow.
Oh, all this body hurt.
These rounds coming down to, like, as much as that was the closest one of them all,
Yeah.
it still feels like round 2 obviously should have been a Renegades win in reality. Round 3,
If JKS just shot him with the deagle.
yeah. Or the very like, least you think 2v5 it should be Renegades.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Oh, he's doing this. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to use the one way in there. I suppose this is one way of doing it. And
Oh, it's a bad miss though.
yeah, he can't get out.
He's pretty much trapped right now. Yeah. Liaz rotates over. That's damn effective. Gets the spam in towards the smoke. Kills him. There was literally no way he could get away from that position. You've already lost another man as well in Vinny. This puts you in quite a predicament. But it's the map control. They're actually pushing up. I mean, K-Serato's got deep control towards B site there. He's been able to advance all the way up and sit waiting. So he'll at least have some kind of information of what's going on.
It's awkward though, because they're making plays in so many areas of the map at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, so Art makes that play toward the underpass. That's fine. But before Art dies, Vinny dies on short trying to help that. And then K-Serato was also pushing into B-Apps at the same time as well. It's just like, if those fights go wrong...
Do they still know he's here? They should clear this. Yeah. Okay, they do want the early entry. Yeah, he just couldn't even look. Completely blind. They've got the site control. Just save it. So 2 versus 5. You're not going to win the round. Renegades will claim that one as their first. Finally coming onto the board now. So they'll be able to take this B attack as their own.
Yeah, it's the 2 poorest players, like, money-wise right now as well. So keep the weapons. They'll be able to get grenades in. The other 3 players can buy themselves. Such a... We've had a crazy start to the game.
Oh, it's been wild. It's already been quite wacky to start us off.
But like in the sense that those 4 rounds felt like they lasted longer than like one of the halves.
Well, they were so hectic as well.
There was a lot of like...
Yeah.
You know, it was like scene 1, scene 2, act 1, part 2. Like,
they were literally
every round had parts
of like 2 halves.
Yeah.
Because it was the way it should have gone for one team to take it. Doesn't happen. Somehow defies the odds. The other team then takes it. And we've had that sort of flip back and forth a couple of times coming through.
So the 2 players who saved get all the grenades in, and then the 3 players who died, they can buy themselves. But it means we've got no AWP, no AUG either. So on Nuke, we saw them using the AUG quite a lot for the rounds we did see. Renegades, they'll keep 5 alive, which means they can start building an economy. So... Ooh. I would not be surprised. Able J's just smoked Rogue, actually. He smoked one behind him. So Art is very willing to live by the rule of one and done, isn't he?
He does utilise a lot of those angles. Or, well, I say utilise a lot of those angles. Normally it's one and done positions where he's just sprinted at someone, but
yeah.
This is very aggressive. They tried this obviously a couple of times where they wanted to try and play aggressively towards ramp. This time though, the double player setup doesn't work out too well. Nade could be quite nice. Barely does any damage. Only a small sliver taken out onto Azza there. Vinny eventually will get his revenge back with the JKS, but surely it's too little too late. You've got control of the bomb site. Bombity bomb will be planted. And it's just Vinny and K Serato left into the 2 versus 4. And they are scarpering, it seems. Trying to head over back towards the B site and save this one. Gratz faction's there lurking around. Like a sneaky shrew. Will they find him?
Oh, they both saw each other. Guess right, I can wait for Vinny to arrive, and Vinny should be able to get a better angle on it.
Oh, that's close though. Yeah, that's horrible.
So the strat that Renegades just did, I know it by LGB, which says how old it is, I think.
Yeah.
As in, like, the LGB Olaf and stuff lineup, where you make that wall of smokes from triple to jungle, but then you get a player to lurk out B and go short for the afterplant across, as well as having people on the site. Which I believe Tai Lu did quite a lot as well, back when Mirage was like their thing. Like that was actually the fear. You never play Mirage against them.
Yeah.
For some reason we saw it happen quite a bit. I don't know why people did that, but hey, yeah. But it's a very effective strategy. I mean, JKM is playing a lot better this map. He seems to be getting a lot of multi-kills, that were impactful multi-kills as well at that. So only the one gun gets through into this round. Some heavy mid control from Renegades coming through as well. Walker position if you're Vinny there.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
Well, okay. That's a start. Art somehow gets the kill towards Gratz faction. K Serato comes through with the trade on towards Jacob. There's a team kill from JKS. Supported across to get that frag. K Serato now goes on to get the kill on Elias, and it's all up to Azza. All off the back of a USP to start this round off. This is the position we're now left in, with a 1 versus 3 on our hands, with 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the clock. The bomb's down on short, so Azza's going to have a great migration ahead of him to go pick it up and recover it. He's got a flashbang, an AK, and 50 health.
And 50 seconds at that. Only one player has armor though, is the issue for FURIA here. And that player is Kesserat, and he's basically one hit. Like with an AK bullet, most areas that will kill him. So hopefully, on the FURIA side of things, they hope that contact can be drawn by Yuri, but Kesserat can get more than 2 shots in. Ooh. In fact, he gets like 4 or 5 kills in.
Just completely bombards down. Gets the frag so easily. Kesserat with a 4K into the round, bringing him up to 7. And FURIA, they actually have a pretty effective round. Somehow come out of nothing, really, all things considered. Tons of damage done from Art with the USP. K Serato just starts slaughtering them. The buyers come back across as well. Single AWP in play, 1 on Art. He's been very aggressive with the AWP already when he has had it in his hands. Wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see him just charge and try it again. Looks like he is heading towards mid straight away, as per. Ooh.
There's a gap. Oh, he tagged him. And Yuri's underpass.
Oh.
That flash destroyed Yuri though. You can see the flashbang dance being done. And Able J taking a lot of damage too. This nade doesn't do as much as I thought it would, but Art is still getting impact.
Art's still continuing around as well. He's just been rotating off, goes over towards jungle, gets himself another frag as they're still pushing out. 2 picks already now. He also got the leg earlier across and towards Jacob. The nade does more damage. K Serato will find that kill. They trade it back onto Able J.
The bomb's in spawn.
But they're still confused about where they even died from and have to go back towards spawn. Gratz faction trying to go off.
If you do it long enough, they might think that you've gone from this site completely anyway there.
Potentially.
If Lias stays in enough, there's no Molotov to push him out. Grenade won't kill him.
He's just going to run up ramp though. And they're all still there.
There's no smoke, no molly on the Renegade side. This is a really tough task.
They are hoping to see if there will be a rotation off. K Serato's made a bit of noise as he sprints down. Does Art go with him though?
Shouldn't do.
Oh,
that's a tell.
Seen the foot.
Vinny has no idea that the player's this close, but we'll find out a bit too late though.
Yeah, gets the contact.
Art's play though, he's already dropped that window. This bomb cannot get towards triple. So that'll go down there. Art picked up a smoke on the way through here as well.
Art's still just going. This is literally
he
just
moves.
vintage Art. He does not stop. If he has a scope in his hand, he stays scoped and he keeps walking towards them. He goes towards the peril with the AWP. He's going to get the angle as well. This should
He
be
saw
his frag. Lines up for the headshot, gets the first. And it all comes down to Liaz. They can smoke off towards CT, which they will. He has a flashbang, but he's debating when he actually pops it and goes for it. He needs to tap down nicely lined up. He's so low. Continues for the stick, gets the frag in the end, though.
There's a kit on the floor there.
He's going to have to jump on it. Ooh, grabs the kit and goes back on. I thought he just wasn't going to move.
I think he probably did have time, but he just thought it was one of those moments where they say, "Oh, there's a kit on the floor." There. And he's like, "Oh, okay." Just like,
I'll grab it. I'll grab it.
Anyway, just even though you probably do have it, but I'm just surprised, like that Art gets away with these things time and time again.
He just goes. He just walks in. He stays scoped. He finds the kill. He is just a little tank. He doesn't stop.
But you live by the style and you die by it, though, don't you?
Yeah.
That is literally the thing. Like, it probably just backs the theory, though, that Renegades probably have not properly done their research when it comes to playing against Art.
Or just didn't expect this as well. The fact that he really has just been throwing caution to the wind, just charging in, and it's been working. It's also, I wonder as well, like the level of frustration with like certain AWPers that have that way more aggressive play style. Like some players really hate actively playing against that.
Because they'll just be like, what's he doing?
Yeah, because it's the frustration
it's
where you feel like, why has he made that play? He shouldn't, like, he should be punished for the play. And it's a, you know what I mean? Like a lot of players do let that affect them. So it's potentially one of those as well. So even where Art is finding more and more success, everyone could be getting annoyed. So Vinny just has an MP5.
So I was just like, what gun is that? When he was in the vent, I was like, MP5. He's got a kill with it.
Oh, it's worked.
Well, imagine if he jumped out the window.
Just dove straight into him. Lands on the face.
Have to do it to him.
Yeah.
Full Rikishi.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that works.
Fire.
He is indeed. He's popping off. Oh, he's got the AK as well. Surely, don't give him an opportunity for another one, Vinny. What is that? There's assault and battery coming out for the man right now. Jacob and JKS, the double Js, trying to somehow peel this round back ever so slightly, and they're actually starting to make it work. Jacob gets 2, recovers a little bit of utility to play with as well, but they're going into the jaws of the beast. The main man himself, the precision king in Art. If he can hit a few more of these shots, he should be able to make quick work of them. Instead, though, Vinny's actually on for the ace. Art will be the one to close it down in the end, but Vinny, a ton of damage done for the man. 4 kills in the round, starting off just from being able to punish with the MP5. Renegades going for their first pause of the map.
I'm just amazed that he's the only player fighting the short connector and then window area, right? It's fine that he gets that first kill. He has no right whatsoever to get the second. And not even further to get the third.
Yeah.
Gratisfaction was so very like in his mind. Nah, you won't ever repeat that. Why would he do that?
Finds the AK, instantly faces.
Like, nah, why did he do that? But it's like going back to that point you said about like how some of these players, like the style they use, you kind of, in your head when you're playing a game at this level, you start to think, when a player does this move, there has to be something working around with his teammates. His teammates should be in a position to help him or aid in that. Then he kept them facing on his own.
Yeah.
And that's why Gratisfaction was like, oh, I'll block to a shot just in case I get swung from somewhere else. I can't just sit looking there because I'm open to all these other angles.
But there's no one there.
There's nobody there.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing. You're watching for a play that's not happening, which is, you know, it's a high game sense move, but in this instance, the wrong move. Ooh. This timing could be bad if Vinny turns around.
Curious to see how well they org actually fares close range like that towards short as well. Provides the extra opening potential for Jacob as he snipes off with the AK. Serato with the response back. They're all coming towards him. You can see him rapidly trying to flick around. He's massacring them as he finds the second. Eventually goes down. Jacob, it's a prime time angle as well to be such a nuisance maker. Just sat in position outside the window. If they bombard their way out, he should be able to pick them to pieces. But that's his lifeline taken down. He's got to be crisp. Unfortunately, the timing is awful. JKS goes down, so the push can come around. They all just leap their way out. At that point, he needed to be just so precise. Instead, goes for the spam, won't connect, and that is another round for FURIA, as they are just mopping the floor with Renegades right now on Mirage, Ben. Their CT side is looking beautiful.
I just love that Able J committed. Like, that was his flashbang he threw. Yeah. But he was like, I'm going anyway.
I'm just going to run it.
I'm fully blind, I can't see.
Sunglasses.
Have you killed him? Yeah. I hear gunfire.
Is he dead?
He got the defuse as well. I'm going to unspump. 8-2 though. This is Renegades' pick. There's another Byron coming in. That was a plant, so they had enough money. This is a very different round from them though. 2 players top mid, 2 players going under, 1 player towards B. Makes me think B is the end goal, but this is one of the few rounds where FURIA have not made a play towards mid. Normally we see something towards underpass, mid window.
What?
What? How is he allowed to get away with that? What was Azza doing?
I don't understand how he survived. Like, how he's even won that fight, but... Okay. That's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, leaving Renegades already in an even more horrific position to start this round off. Art as well, furthering the damage as he's able to get an angle across on towards Jacob. Gratisfaction looking to try and pick it back. We'll get the tag off, but it's not really going to matter too much. I mean, Art can still stay alive, get out of here. Oh,
he's staying.
no.
He's staying.
He's actually just going to hard hold it and hope they re-peek into him. They crouch their way out of Con. The timing could have been everything there as well. If he actually held for a few seconds longer, Gratisfaction might have peeked his head straight into his crosshairs. But it's basically just a stalemate. They're just wasting time on this fight towards the A site. There's 30 seconds left. They're outnumbered. When it comes to the crunch, Ben, it needs to be flawless.
I am liking the setup they have on A there. Yuri was covering Palace, Art was covering jungle and Con. However, Con no longer being covered means short is a possibility. Vinny is not ready for this. Nor is Quesararo.
Oh, Vinny with
Good
a headshot
damage.
back over towards JKS. Liars will trade it. And it's a 3 versus 2. Gratisfaction's hard scoped on the angle. Smart plays. He's able to fire off the first shot, get the kill.
Let's go through that.
Oh, Art's just bounding in. He's just running towards them. Literally just sprinting. Burnt to a crisp and put into an early grave, and it's all up to Able J. Is he going to be able to clutch this one? Goes out through the window. Gratisfaction spotting him out there. Just carried on to get the angle. Able J needed to make a move, but at that point, stuck to his guns, goes down because of it. Renegades, they get themselves another round.
Very awkward round to lose in the sense that obviously you had 2 openings. One of them was gifted to you. Yuri should never have got a kill out of that situation he had. Art then gets another one on short, which again, gifted. It was somebody's back turned. But they put so much stock into thinking Renegades are going to come towards A. That rotate was very delayed, like incredibly delayed. Like to a point where, you know, it was far too late. We saw one player try and just go through the window before they got there. Art then made the same play, just through the fire and flames, just going. So, I don't know, it's interesting. Nevertheless, we got Vinny with an MP5 again. So I'm interested to see how that goes.
Bloody Vinny. He is a character.
This ladder room.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out well from last time. He was able to just slaughter him, so I wouldn't be surprised. Also, the ramp push is back.
Yeah, they did this last round, but it didn't get seen.
No.
So that was the big thing about that.
Although JKS could be running straight into it, really.
Okay, so they're banking on Art being okay towards B on his own. Able J in the same position he was last round. Yuri's got that Palace rush out as well. Renegades still need to make a decision on where they want to go, because it looks like A is the plan. However, Able J might get a kill for free on JKS. Yep, that is a free kill. It's just the one.
There it
That's
is.
a gun for him as well.
That's the opening pick found. Able J going to be able to come down onto JKS. Everyone else grouped up. They're all stuck inside connector, Ben. It's not going to look good for them. Actually going to try and go for the window boost, yeah. Or Vinny. This is prime Vinny time. Unfortunately, he won't actually get the better of him this time as they work their way straight out. The double kill comes through, both of them finding a headshot apiece. They've got all of the entries they need on the A site, but they don't want it. They're going to bombard their way back over.
He's got one on the corner.
Heading towards the B site. They need to sprint across to actually get this bomb down. Gratisfaction luckily made the turn, but his teammates don't have the same luck that he did. They've all been gunned to bits, and he's left in the 1 versus 3 to try and bail them out and actually save this.
This is such a difficult 1v3 to be in. There's no kit on FURIA, so that's at least time-wise, he's got 20 seconds to hold. It's not longer than that. However, it shouldn't really be possible from now.
Well, he gets the first, there's the second as well. They've set themselves up, they fed him the 1v1s, and they all peek in. They all fall down. Able J, the last to be blown away. And there is now a 4-round difference between the two sides. I
mean, Gratisfaction's saving the day, isn't it? Back-to-back 3Ks.
Yeah.
Right there. One of them being a 1v3, which is the bigger one of all of them. So Art's the kind of guy who buys on the rounds where you're meant to be eco, but like a risk buy like a Mag 7 where he'll make the money back if he gets a kill or two. He's one of those guys.
He's just a bit confident, isn't he? That's all it is, yeah. He just plays with the most outrageous style. But to be fair, most of these rounds it's actually been working as well. So
yeah, it's hard to think wrongly of it.
Yeah.
It's fine right now.
I mean, it fits into the team's aspect at least.
So they're going into the A stack here. Art is unfortunately not in the area to succeed with the weapon he has.
Yeah, I mean, if he was close ramp right now, he could have just been having a field day. Instead, maybe he's got a chance to clean up a little bit.
He's
a double kill with it, Ben!
What? He's made a profit on it.
How has he done this?
I've never seen a multi-kill with a Mag 7, non-headshot.
Just through the air, just glides out. Oh,
I can't believe
outrageous.
it.
That's actually mad.
You can just hear the text in game because they're like,
what did you do? No lol.
Because it wasn't even collateral. They were
That's
just
mad.
both. What?
That's actually mad. What on earth?
Oh, that's amazing.
Well,
That is crazy.
That's one way to round out the round, and it does put them into a good position. At least they have more cash to play with. Obviously, he made the buy pay off. Somehow he did it. Looked like he was only going to get the 1, but he got the 2K for his troubles. And at this point, FURIA still looking to add the last few drops of the extra rounds to their tally, bring themselves up to an even better position. In this 8-5, they've already found themselves in. Minute and 15 on the clock, though. Renegades. I don't know what's been working for them in terms of like the plays we've seen. It's kind of been Gratisfaction really sort of saving their bacon and being able to bail them out in like awkward late rounds. More so than anything, when they actually do just go for a set execute together, FURIA have had their number like in the good majority of rounds.
A lot of it's the multi-kills. Like JCam's come up with quite a few big 2K, 3Ks.
Yeah.
Obviously, Gratisfaction had the back-to-back 3Ks, which were very impactful. They were 8-2 down at that point. JKS last round, he cleared up most of those kills that were close range. Ooh, this timing. JKS is in the ramp.
He's going to be blind though. They should be able to peek into this. Oh, that's
We've
so
seen that kill go
smooth.
the other way though. They need to win the fight otherwise.
Oh, Art with the spray down could have got himself 2, and he gets 1. The trade comes back round from Liaz. Although it is just Liaz and Gratisfaction, they both realise as well the bomb's down in an awkward spot. Gratisfaction
Oh my word.
didn't fancy going for the knee shot.
He's run back
Instead,
through.
Vinny, doing his best art
There's no
impression,
bullets.
just
Oh, he got the
sprints at them.
That's
That's all
no
down to
time.
Gratisfaction. He isn't going to be happy about that one, Ben. FURIA, they take the round as they get it 9-5 now. It's so
Look at the
messy.
money.
It's so messy.
All those kills they lost even on the eco rounds.
Yeah.
Like, because even though the 4 pistols were over on that stack, they still got a kill just out of that. So they use a timeout because they need to talk. What are we actually going to do with our money here? Like, what can we do strat-wise? Because the rounds they've been winning, it was down to like the last 30 seconds. Or so,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was quite late. Whereas early game they've been losing, or early round rather, they've been losing pretty much every time. It's always been FURIA taking opening kills, everything like that. I mean, awkward one. They're going to have probably 2 rifles, unless Liaz drops an AK as well, but it means your utility will be lackluster. Can't imagine he'll drop an AK as well. Surely not.
This is going to be rough as the
Yeah,
buys
he
come
actually
back
has got
through.
an AK.
All right, yeah, he's committed to it.
Oof.
I mean, if this is all
Look
you've
at
got
the
to work
utility.
with,
3
yeah,
smokes, 2 flashes.
it's not going to be great. And already they've actually dished them out straight away as well. They're just down to the 1 smoke, double flash, as they're going to be instantly going into a play for this round. They smoke towards mid window. They want to try and
pass burst.
set the idea it is going to be a play towards mid instead.
Art's going to clear underpass, but it's going to be too late. I imagine.
Well, it also depends on this as well. The setup towards close ramp, because obviously this is the main defense for A. If this falters, it's all going to go downhill. You're playing with the AWP in such a close, aggressive angle as well. He needs to hit the shot. He misses it. This should trigger the initial push to bombard their way out as well. Through Palace. The flick onto the headshot is just crazy. But the fact he's only got 1 is going to be the bigger picture. The rotation coming around, though. The backstabber himself. The extraordinaire in Art gets 1. No real response from Gratisfaction either. Art's just carrying on his warpath. He gets out. Spams across and towards Liaz, gets him down incredibly low. The double dink coming through, but it won't be the round 9-6 is the scoreline at the half there. Much body hurt this half, Ben. Let's see if there is going to be more when we come back after break. And we are back in for the second half of Renegades versus FURIA. On the second map here, Mirage has already had some interesting moments sprinkled in for our viewing pleasure, but it feels like there's a whole lot more to come, Benjamin.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an interesting one. I was just looking at the HLTV stats at the half.
Yeah.
So something went a bit unnoticed. Jacob is 6-0 right now in opening kills.
Ooh.
Just on this map, though.
That's not ideal, though.
It's just, I felt like he was getting a lot of opening, like 1 into 2Ks, but it wasn't, like, it felt in my mind that a lot of them were after they'd already lost somebody else somewhere else. Evidently not. He's been getting it going very, very well. It's a very inbuilt strategy. They're actually smoking and then going through it. That's one way of doing it. But it's a B stack. There's 4 players going to be B here.
Yep, everyone charging in. Vinny, oh, no chance to react there. The instant smackdown as a snap came around from Jacob. He's actually proven to be a little bit more of a nuisance maker going into this, as he already finds himself 2 kills. Keserato is the last one alive with 20 HP and a P250. So I doubt this is really going to go much further for FURIA. It should be Renegades actually getting themselves a pistol round and being able to negate the bigger lead that FURIA have already found themselves in. Keserato basically just waiting for the inevitable at this point.
Yeah, too low, no armor. It's not really worth trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
Either. It's a bit of a kind of need to die. Flash will come through. Should be a matter of time before he does drop here. He doesn't want to live because he has $0. Technically, it's worst case. Otherwise, but just looking to see if he can do any sort of damage.
Could throw the P250 away.
Yeah. That's of something of value
like
to
the
them.
One potential redeeming
Run at
factor.
them with a knife out.
Just stab him in the shins, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
See, look, I took the P250. Oh, no, he put it back. Jacob didn't want it. He wanted the USP instead.
Bit odd.
Don't know.
Even if you don't like the P250, you take it anyway, don't you?
Give it to someone else.
Yeah.
You get that USP back no matter what.
Yeah. If you really want it.
Yeah. Oh, well. Nevertheless, that is the way it's gone. See, genuinely, my point about like people getting frustrated with the aggressive plays, this is kind of the way I think people would respond back to it, though. If you yourself started to then utilize that and just go, well, you know what, I'm just going to push ramp with P90.
UMP coming back out as well is a bit of an interesting one. Vinny's got a taser, and then we've got 2 flashes as well. So this is going to be a B burst. So Az has got the P90. Oh my word, here he comes. Oh. Here he comes. Oh my word.
Vinny. Oh,
he was so close.
He nearly got it off. Liaz, though, just having the pick of the litter when it comes to him, just massacring.
$1,800.
Yeah, he's made a ton of money.
$2,100. He's our big winner today.
Bring him down.
On Game Show 2.
Yeah, here we are on Generic Game Show. Spin the wheel for prize.
And or answer the quiz.
Yeah.
Your choice, you choose.
It's all my choice.
Gratisfaction had a P250, I was going to say, yeah. He didn't have enough money for the AWP. Gratis Elias could have dropped him an AWP, but he went for the utility instead. Because he did the old Guardian thing where you just stick with a pistol.
Yeah.
However...
Art's already on B.
Yeah. He holds no regard for the defense of others, does he?
No, he just runs at them.
He just goes.
Yeah. He doesn't let it affect his playstyle. If he has a mindset of where he wants to be, he just goes there.
It's wild. Not many grenades left, though, on the FURIA side. 2 smokes, 2 flashes. Art is making a lot of noise here, letting them know he is there. That's a horrendous smoke, but nevertheless... Ooh, that's... So JKM gets a kill towards connector, but Art did kill under, like, under dark.
Ooh, backstab from Gratisfaction. Gonna swing out, gets the kill on Art. No repercussions for it either, as they do have the advantage into the round. Oh, the nade's a little bit of a fluff. That's not gone fantastically. The double step towards CT. Yeah, just still straight through the blindness. Able to hammer down, gets that shot. The turnaround, this time Keserato protects him.
Never-ending spree.
Yeah, just taking turns of who gets the kill. It's all on Jacob. It's a 1 versus 3, a horrible position to be left in. Isn't really going to have any success as he will be gunned down by Yuri, and that goes 10-8.
You can kind of tell Jacob doesn't use that weapon. No. When he had that in his hand, it didn't look too comfortable when the player peeked. I'm just surprised that Able J got the first kill on the player coming in the corner. Then the flash comes in again. Yeah. Able J's the only one dodging. He's reloading in Keserao's face, just like, yeah, you see what I did? Yeah. It's like, yeah. Keserao kills the player somehow.
It was just kill trading, but between who wanted to take the pick rather than actually trading for the death. It was interesting. Yuri now trying to do the art style push as he is just going to be rushing his way over. Jacob, close range with the CZ. Yeah, he gets the 1. There is going to be a response back against him, though.
He made the jump, and he got the gun. He might be able to stop this B push, depending on if he gets contact. The Molotov will do quite a bit, but Keserao's already out.
Ooh.
Oh my word.
Keserao's so low.
That's damage.
Kill doesn't actually come through, though, from Gratisfaction. Flicking up on towards Art. It looked like he would have been set up for that one. Art as well. The panic spam from quite a substantial distance doesn't bode well for him. And it's now coming down to this. JKS and Azza both coming back over towards the site. Keserato very exposed as the peak will come around. He should be able to grab himself the AK as well. Both of them can be armed now. Over on the CT side, Vinny with 1. Nearly the flick back across, but JKS being able to get the advancement there with a USP. Snipes him straight down, Ben, right between the eyes.
If you want to exaggerate what happened on the first buy round for Renegades, so you remember we saw JKM pick up the P250, then throw it away?
Yes.
Gratisfaction then bought his own P250 and was $50 short for an AWP in the 3rd round.
There you go. See?
So who knows what he could have done with the AWP instead of the AUG. But actually, he was the player at jungle when he swung out and peeked, killed Art, wasn't he? Yeah, yeah. He could have had more than 1. Definitely more than 1 with an AWP.
Look at the different factors. Oh, Art is already out. Clearing his own angles. Literally just seeing everyone trying to go towards the site. The fast flick over towards CT as well. He just runs. He just sprints at them and hopes for the best. And they're left to a 4 versus 3. Gratisfaction with the oh, hello, as he flicks his way up to get the kill back over towards Yuri.
That was naughty.
That was absolutely filth. Able J is going to go for the commit on the bomb plant, try and get this off as he won't be able to. Spammed down by Liaz, and it's all onto Keserato in a 1v2. The trade and the flashbang for Molotov, nearly the headshot actually on the peak as well. But JKS will be faster on the draw. 10-10, as this game is now tied up.
I'm just looking at the scoreboard again. I mean, he's on 22 kills again. So the first map was what, 26, 25? 26,
somewhere around there, yeah.
So he's averaging above a kill a round for the series so far. As well as being pretty influential when it comes to opening kills. I mean, he's been involved in probably 24%, something like that. Opening kills, or opening like duels in this matchup. So it's going to be a B burst. As the Mach 10. This could be awkward for Liars because he's using half his bullets, down to 14, 10. Nothing left.
Oh, and now he dies as the kills found by Kesara.
Oh my word.
The entry arc's already there on short as well, as per usual, just sprinting at them as fast as he can. Upgrades himself to the M4, has the HE, gonna back nade behind him on short in case anyone's in close proximity.
He killed himself somehow for a second. I'm just like, how he managed that?
Just goes and stands on the grenade. Or Jacob's coming.
He's the only one with armor, but he is the lowest player alive right now. And he's going to come face to face with the other lowest player.
Ooh. It's all about this timing though, really.
They're not going for it. It's too risky for them.
Yeah, they're not committing.
Art needs to give that M4 to someone else, I think, because he's not going to get out, I think.
I mean, he should be killed,
yeah, he
unless...
should be okay, actually.
No, yeah, it's fine. They're all
like
just trying to get out there to actually save. They can go short together. They should be okay.
I mean, I mentioned it literally in the seconds before it happened with Liars.
Yeah.
He was spamming that M4, bullets going down, down, and by the time he ran out, they literally came through the smoke.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the weird rules with B. You always have to be ready for some kind of burst, especially when you put your own smoke there.
Just in case they just run through it.
Yeah, or at least have your teammate there to give you some sort of artificial back, just to make sure you can drop and then live for a bit. FURIA do take the lead again for the first time since, I believe it was 9-8. 3 smokes thrown immediately from the start of the round there. One further up and cut, one window. Oh, the window one's missed.
Yeah, has missed. It's left a massive gap as well.
JK with a one-way.
Yep. They walk straight into it. They had no idea.
Nice nade.
The aggression not paying off this time around. The double face as well towards ramp. JKS just going to be able to mop them up pretty damn quickly. Kesarato down to 50. It's not going well into the round. The quick trade for Vinny as he wants to grab himself a creek. Could have been the one-tap headshot, which it will. Chases it up to get the slam down there on towards Jacob. But it's the fact they're just so outnumbered. Their rotation's cut off as well. Azza should be the blockade to deny any type of shenanigans. Wants to try and back off, though. Doesn't fancy the full front or assault. Flashbang over as he's trying to hope him to push towards him. Flash it back on the T side. Get a bit overly aggressive, and now the frag should start to come through. Kesarato, though, actually gets both of them. Takes no damage as well. So he's still on 57 HP. This isn't over yet. You've still got 50 seconds left to play with.
As well. They think he just beeline straight to
B.
B.
Both going B, yeah.
The awkward bit is JKS is also low enough that an AK bullet, like one AK bullet, will kill him. So this could be really awkward. 30 seconds left. Molotov and a smoke, so that's probably the best utility you can have in a 1vx as well.
Yeah. Okay, Serato slowly making his move over towards the A site, going to be walking in. JKS will be the only man on the scene right now, but the rotation will be called for his teammate. Going down for the full commit on the bomb plant. Push is going to come around. Gets the kill. JKS will find it. And once again, it's equalized. It stays there, tied up 11-11, as they're not going to allow one team to make a lead.
Bit of an interesting decision in terms of with smoke. I understand why he put it there, just because if Gratiffaction came off short or somebody was on short, they would spam that smoke. But at the same time, you're not using it for yourself properly there, though. You're using it as a bait, but then actually committing to the punt anyway. I would have preferred it like in between opposite default and triple. A huge coverage of the actual plant area. So this is a heavy smoke strat. 4 smokes being used for this. So it's those LGB smokes I mentioned that Renegades use themselves.
Oh, okay.
That's a cheeky peek.
Well, Vinny's already up on the heightened angle. Spams around quite wildly, though, trying to find that frag. Everyone's just firing off warning shots. They've already got the bomb down. They've got 3 kills. Kesarato just has a field day as they're all going to peek into him. It's as easy as that, Ben. He picks up the AK, slays from far away. 3 of the Renegades hit the DECK, and it's all down on Liaz.
The money's all gone.
It's dried up. The well's gone.
That's the one round you didn't want to lose this heavily.
Yeah.
Right? Having all 5 players alive. That strat has worked out to perfection there. They've managed to not lose anybody getting onto the site. They get the bomb down. Quesorado gets interconnected at the perfect time. I wouldn't say it was an easy 3K, but he made it look easy.
Somehow just went off.
And they have to force. So they're in a double eco spot. And the issue with that is, you lose this one, you're on eco, 13, it goes to 14. You're then in a situation where you're 14-11 down. Facing elimination, technically. This is they are 1-0 down in this series. So, and to consider, they were gifted around as well. Remember, there was a round where there was just USPs.
Yeah. That's what's horrible about this as well, is the fact it really could be done in a matter of seconds if they actually do go on to lose this one. FURIA as well, they've actually been playing pretty darn effective into a lot of these rounds, but here we go. It comes down to this as the push comes out. JKS, he was given quite a few chances, and those chances are going to come off, paying off in dividends. 3 kills now for him with a Deagle in close range. It looked like it wasn't even going to be 1. Somehow he just went off to destroy the entire team advancing towards him. We'll now come back to the 2 versus 3. The spam from Art, trying to get the shot off towards the player on the stairwell, but it won't connect. And Vinny, now left, isolated. Won't even get a chance to see his killer as Liaz launches round the corner with a CZ, a single tap. And once again, Ben, the game goes on. 12-12, tied up.
Just as I was saying, they were gifted around. They get a second chance.
I don't know how JKS
lived for that long as well. He reloaded after killing 2, and it still wasn't a trade.
He missed so many shots when they initially pushed. It's wild.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. Let's see how FURIA reacts to it though. Yuri's already in this cat smoke. If Gratisfaction falls back, or if either of them oh no, he's seen the gun. There's nobody on short either. It's a free kill. I think that's the first time Jacob's actually fallen in the first kill department this game.
Okay, well, it's a killer piece. Either side now left with 4 members alive. Art, he's going towards the jungle, and Gratisfaction's going to be right there, both of them. So suspect of each other. But Art comes out on top, gets the overthrow. That's a power play, Ben. You can see all the hyenas grouping up outside, ready to bombard towards the A site. Only 1 man stuck towards the site, but he is a savage, and he's proving that. 2 kills already for JKS as he's waiting for the third to come towards him. But Quesorado proves to just be a little bit more of a harder task. Beats his way back through, leaves it in the hands of Azza to save the day here. 1 versus 2. They've got the bomb. Quesorado has it in his possession. Early spam on towards Azza. They know his location. Quesorado going to try and bait him in with a plant. Azza's just walking on up. Gets a frag. Nearly the flick around at the second as well. But Quesorado will be able to win it out for FURIA. Another round where we've seen it go 1 for 1. And then FURIA once again get the lead. Is it going to repeat history? Well, finally, we see Renegades just get left at the wayside, Ben. No real money to play with. A tactical pause for FURIA, who actually talk about things and take this next round a little bit slower. It's not boding too well for the Renegades in what potentially could be the penultimate round here if FURIA pick this one up.
I think the big thing is them, they take the pause just because we've lost 2 eco rounds this half.
Yes.
They're going to be in a similar situation again. So slow it down a bit. However, if you're Renegades, you don't want to be double ecoing here, because that means you're getting to 15 and then risking defeat right there and then. You'd have 1 round. So they're going to eco 1 and then buy next bugs things at 14-12. I personally would be forcing, just because I'd rather fight for overtime than fight at 14-12 with a pretty weak buy, all things considered.
Well, they're gambling for it instead, and they are going to give them that 14th round, it seems, with just the USPs coming through.
Oh my word.
Ooh. He's already in B! Azza!
Such a weird...
He's right there, though.
He's walking all the way through. He's walking all the way through.
Oh, no.
They've put smokes in just for him to make a wall run all that way through. That's such a cool strat.
What on earth?
That is so cool.
That's so bizarre.
That is
And
such a
look,
cool
look at the
strat.
panic as well of Azza still over towards B. So confused about where they even are. The rest of them now executing out towards the A site. You get the backstab. The CT player should be dead in a matter of seconds. As soon as he gets the angle on him, Art's going to spot him. That's Liaz done for. Azza finally goes down, peeking out towards mid of all places. Oh, actually peeked around towards CT. And it's just Jacob left. Trying to make the best of a bad situation, but this nightmare is not going to end just yet.
What a time to bring out that strat. So that reminds me of the CSS nuke strategy that Renegades used to run, where they would basically... Do you remember the old forklift on nuke upper?
Yeah.
In the corner, like below where where the wood panel is now. And then you'd smoke from hut and make a wall all the way towards that forklift, and you just keep skylight flashing while somebody runs through those smokes, gets to that corner, and then as they become undone, you throw one more flash, he turns it, and he just kills everybody on the rafters. He's basically just done that on B. That's basically, there was a smoke wall, he ran all the way through.
For his own teammate, smoke wall, knew the path to just have the confidence to just run in as well and go for it.
If he doesn't see anybody kitchen though, he is deep behind enemy lines there, because he'd be in CT.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
He gets behind CT spawn, he clears A from that angle, he can go jungle and clear it from that angle.
Because the thing is, technically with that, like, Gratisfaction was the counter.
Yep.
It just...
He had a flash out. He was like, Azza's just there saying, he's out.
I don't know where, but...
I heard him drop.
Yeah.
I can hear him running around the marble on site. He's killed you. Where is he now? He jumped through the window. What? Why is he gone? So the big thing for Renegades in this round is literally the AWP buy. There's like no utility. There's no kit. There's no armor on that AWP either. On the other side, I think FURIA have so many grenades to play with that they can literally do what they want here. They should know there's like no utility here, just off the fact that when they threw those the smoke window, nothing happened noise-wise. No molly, no smoke, no flashes. Are they even going to send anybody in with this? Vinny should be the man in.
Vinny advancing up, storming in with the MAC-10, trying to go in large and in charge, is detected.
Oh no. Gratisfaction actually did get pulled on that rotate.
Yeah, they've been able to actually catch them though as the push comes back around. Liaz, he needs to be backstabbed here if they want to try and make this one work, because they're losing a lot of manpower already. They've only got 2 players in towards the bomb site. Everyone from the CT side is there, and Art is the one trying to deny the play. Gets 2 kills already. Gratisfaction with the advancement finds the trade back, has the pick with Yorp. Still so much to do for either of these 2 teams, but they get the first moments. They're starting to make it work as Jacob goes down. Gratisfaction trapped as they're advancing towards him. It's a horrible spot to be left in. Clutching on the AK, but he can't quite do it, Ben. Keserato will find the frag. That is the 15th secured. They need 1 round now to close this down. 2-0 the series and walk out of here above Renegades, effectively knocking Renegades out of the tournament now in day 1 of the group stage.
It's been such a good second half for Keserato. Think about it, because I'm pretty sure he only swapped on like 11 or 12 kills. So he's now on 27, Art's on 32. Like them 2 combined 59, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just perspective-wise, the rest of the team combined for 40. So like they're making up 3/5 of the team's kills, while being 2/5.
Just
right?
between them.
It's just in a very comfortable position though. Renegades, oof, look at that buy. There's really nothing to it. Does Azza even have a pistol? Is he going to be USP with just all those grenades? I imagine there's a P250 somewhere. That's CZ, okay. It's still hopeless. Deagle, Mag 7, UMP, Scout. The only thing is, oh my word, JKS has been a wall on that A side, but Azza needs to step up, only just 1.
Single frag, the trade back from Vinny. He's doing so much already with that Krieg. He has been critical to their success. And now Art, the man of the moment, who has really been trailblazing ahead, is back to try and do the unthinkable and close this one out. Take it as the win for FURIA with a 2-0. That does appear to be the way that this game is going to go down. Trader damage there between Art and Gratisfaction. Yuri waiting for the moment to strike because he's in the elevated angle, finds the flick across. And it all comes down to Gratisfaction. Upgrades to an AK, but he isn't able to punish them. Walks on out. That is his demise, and that is the end for them. FURIA, they come in strong, Ben. They take it with a 2-0 series, winning both maps on Nuke and Mirage, even. Inferno. Didn't have to go to Inferno. But there you have it. They just absolutely demolished them, really. Looking like a a wild unit when it comes down to it. Some of the stuff we saw coming through from just individual vast